sports fans, welcome to Got Next Gaming and some more Madden 17 coverage. We are in week 14 here with our New York Jets connected franchise. We are coming off of a terrible loss to the Indianapolis Colts, and we want to get this ship righted before things get out of control. Currently, it's 7-5, which is much better than the real New York Jets, but we don't want this to go too far out of hand as we've been doing very well. We're going against the 2-10 San Francisco 49ers team, and we're hoping for some better results here as we've been trying to get this offense going. They are a 75 overall. We are a 79. So we're going to take a look at some numbers here coming up into the game introduction here. We are doing a quarterback by committee over the last couple of games here. I have not been happy with either quarterback, Fitzpatrick or Geno Smith, and been putting a short leash on people as we've been playing along. Our standout here is the New York Jets defense. This defense has been absolutely disgusting for us this year. We're getting multiple sacks. We're getting turnovers. We're getting turnovers for touchdowns. And it's the New York Jets defense that's kind of keeping us in things here, but not enough to help us win games, especially against a Colts team that was having a hard time. But you're going against Andrew Luck, so it's not like it's a terrible thing. But with their record and the way they were playing this year, I expected more out of the New York Jets, especially with the defense playing like they have been and being the strength of everything that we're doing here. So we see the players here going on, and we're going to see that they're going to have Blaine Gabbert coming in here to be their quarterback, 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Didn't do that in real life, but, you know, things are different on paper than they are in the real world, and that's why we play these games to see how it's going to pan out. So he does get a pass out to the outside to his running back, who gets hurt on the first play, but does get the first down. So now he's going to hand off to Sankey, who comes in and takes over, gets a nice little juke move there past Ronzel Miles, and gets the first down again, moving the chains to the 50-yard line now at midfield. Now on a 2nd down and 1 from the 41-yard line, Gabbert looking to throw, pumps it and pumps again, and he finally throws, gets it to the outside. Looks like he has the completion in the first down, and he does, moving the chains once again as they got a nice little drive going here to start things off. They are down to the 38-yard line as we take a look at their offensive line, and we'll take a look at their receivers and running backs. We can see Torrey Smith out there, and he's a pretty decent target in that. So Gabbert now getting chased down by Wilkerson is able to get that screenplay out to the outside to Sankey, who gets himself down to a 4th down and 1 down to the 30-yard line. They have good position here to try for the field goal, which is what they're going to do, and we're going to see how that happens here for them as he's getting ready, lining up, and going to put that kick up eventually, I guess. Yep, there it goes, finally. Puts the kick up. It's through the uprights. They get the 3 points and get on the board first. So defense does not break here. They do bend a little bit and give up the field goal, but better field goal than anything else. So here comes Geno Smith with those gaudy numbers. It's unbelievable. Like I said, quarterback by committee. The second that I see something that I don't like, I am pulling people and putting them in place of them. So here's Jason Morrow on the first play. Does complete the pass and gets 7 yards on the play, getting a 2nd down and 3 now from the 34. And here is Geno Smith from the shotgun looking to throw. Plenty of time. Throws in his Jason Morrow, who makes the catch and moves the chains. Gets the first down, but now he's injured. He has his hands on his back there. He's holding his back, it looks like. Can't really tell what's up with that, but he is definitely injured and is going to have to come out of the game, and that is unfortunate for us as he has been a big part of the offense when it does get going. The big man has been there for us to make the big plays when we needed them to keep things kind of rolling for us. So little concern there, putting Zach Sudfeld in there as our tight end now. Not much of a receiving tight end, but here goes Forte. Takes the handoff to the outside, gets the first down and a few more, about 12 yards on the play there to move the chains and get the first down down to the 43-yard line. Finally seeing some life out of that run game there as we take a look at the defense for the 49ers here. Navarro Bowman is always a worry, as well as Aaron Lynch. And we take a look at some of their cornerbacks and defensive backs there and safeties, and pretty solid looking all in all, but not up to the par of the Jets defense for sure. Anyway, Decker gets a big catch there on that one, picking up a big gain down to the 20-yard line and gets the first down. Here's Geno Smith again looking, and he's looking deep again into the end zone, completely throws it off target. Looked like it was intended for the tight end, but it's picked off in the end zone and then run all the way back to the 36-yard line. And there's an interception for Geno Smith, and that is one that to me is completely unacceptable. We're going to take a look at that one again. He throws the ball, and his accuracy was so far off that, I mean, he was almost nowhere near the receiver on that one, and Eric Reed comes away with an easy pick as it looked like it was thrown directly to him. And those are the kind of things that make me crazy. And so here we see that Jason Morrow has that broken collarbone and will not be returning for the game, and I'm sure it's going to put him down for a couple of weeks as well, as the same thing happened to Buster Screen. So something to consider there. But there's a fumble here on a couple plays later, and it looks like it's recovered by the Jets. So we turn it over in the end zone, but we do get the fumble recovery. That was Marcus Williams who recovers the fumble, and the Jets get the ball back, starting off on the 44-yard line and in some good field position here. So now Fitzpatrick's in the game because, like I said, quarterback by committee, you piss me off and you're getting out, man. And you're just going to be sitting on the bench. You're going to be riding pine. So that was a third down situation there with Fitzpatrick who couldn't get anything rolling, so he had to punt it away. Here we are now back to the 49ers, and Wilkerson gets in there for a sack, driving them backwards to bring up a 3rd down and 6 there when they had the second down and 1, where they had a yard to go to get that first down. But Wilkerson gets right in there, brings them down, gets the sack, and that's the kind of things I'm talking about with this defense, man. So we get that fumble recovery. We get a sack right here. 3rd down and 6. He hands it off to Sankey, who's able to run up in there, but they do stop him before getting the first down as David Harris comes up and makes the tackle and stops him, making it 4th down and 1 from the 29-yard line, and now they're going to have to punt it back. So we take over on our own 28, and the Jets, Fitzpatrick sends it out to the left side to Decker, who is wide open and gets a few more yards and getting us the first down on the play there. 46-yard line. Fitzpatrick hands it off to Forte, who's able to fight his way forward a little bit and get a nice run out of that one, about 8 yards on the play. Yeah, probably wondering why I'm showing a 1st down and 10 play, which I usually don't do, but I wanted to kind of show that the strength of the run game here was definitely coming back for us, which is something we struggled with all season long. So I wanted to show that, like, Forte is actually having a decent game run-wise here once in a while. And then we do stuff like this here. Big pass play, down on the right side to Tompkins. Picks it up 30 yards on the play, down to the 10-yard line. Fitzpatrick, plenty of time to throw. He gets his man down there, and it was going into, he was in between like 3 defenders in a zone. They were converging in on him, but he still makes the play and comes down with it, which was huge for us there. So we have a 3rd down and goal now with the 6 yards to go, and we get it into Brandon Marshall. Touchdown Jets, Jets, Jets. Touchdown Brandon Marshall. That was huge. Let's take a look at the replay on that one. And, you know, Brandon Marshall's been stepping up for us all season long. When it comes to this, I've been doing this little trick here with the slant route right into the end zone, and he gets it every time, the big man. And that's exactly what we want to see out of him. So we were happy with that, absolutely. And it's kind of been my strategy all along. Let's talk about strategy. You know, we'll let the game play in behind me as we now have a 7-3 lead, and we're gonna talk about strategy. So my strategy with the Jets here was defensively, I would just attack them, blitz. You know, 3 out of 4 plays. You know, every 3 out of 4 plays we were definitely sending the blitz. We're sending the extra attackers, and it was working out for us. We would take the chances there. Here and there, and you can see where we were sacking the quarterback quite often, and we do it quite often in a lot of games. We were forcing fumbles or getting turnovers. That's exactly what we're trying to do with the strategy of this defense. This defense on paper has the numbers to break some people down. Offensively, I do whatever works. When I get down to the red zone, I do that little slant route to Marshall. That's why he has like 11 or 12 touchdowns for us on the season. And then we get plays like this. One-on-one coverage. Decker's there, should be able to make the play. Extra man comes in, extra defender comes in, bats the ball up in the air, and then it's intercepted. Is that really Fitzpatrick's fault? No, he kind of made a decent throw. But then we do stuff like this here. Defense comes back out, and they show strength. They come in and they get the forced fumble. And now we push them back. They have a 2nd down and 20. Now they're here at 3rd down and 15. They're going to fake the handoff. And he tries to take off Gabbard, but gets nowhere. And Jordan Jenkins gets in there, forces the fumble, and then recovers it for us on the 14-yard line. We have to capitalize here, folks. 3rd down and 10. from the 14. Fitzpatrick with time to throw. It's Tompkins, but it's not quite enough here. We got 38 seconds left in the half. We got to make something happen here, but it didn't work out. We will definitely take the 3 points, though, going into the locker room and hopefully maintain this 10-3 lead going into the second half. But you never know. Lately, with the way things have been going, they get the ball back and they seem to be able to run it right down the field on me and get those points. But they do not here. We get into halftime. Like I said, this San Francisco 49ers team has been struggling, and we see those struggles for them. I think it's more struggled offensively than defensively. They weren't terrible defensively, that's for sure. At least that's not what I saw. Jets take the lead into the locker room here, and we can see the numbers. The passing yards are way up there. And I know I did talk about the rushing game and stuff like that, but he only had a few carries, and we're going to lean on him a little bit more here in the second half for sure, being that we do have a lead. We want to build on that lead, but we do definitely have a lead. So we start things off here. We get a pass over to Brandon Marshall, but we're going to go for it on the 4th down and 1 as he could not convert. And we're going to hand off to Forte, who takes a little step there and is able to cross it and get the first down and a few more yards. Picks up, I say, about 5 or 6 on the play there, maybe even 8. 2nd down and 10 now. We're going to hand it off to Forte again against the outside. He will be able to get enough for the first down. 10 carries for 57 yards. 3rd down and inches here. And, of course, we should be able to make that one. And we're going to hand it off to Powell, who runs it right up the middle. Tries to make a juke move, but does not work there. But gets the first down and 7 yards. Something else I want to talk about, the run game. I could not get any of these guys, and I watch people play this game. I can't get any of these runners to juke or spin, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. There we get a pass play right there, and we're looking for Brandon Marshall on the play, but we kind of underthrow it a little bit, and the linebacker comes away with an interception. Not the way we wanted to start off the second half, but it is what it is. So Gabbert gets the ball here. He will pass it to Torrey Smith, who I said was going to be a dangerous target. He's able to convert the first down there, bringing it to the 49-yard line. And let's see what we're going to be doing forward here. Hands off to Sankey, who's blown up in the backfield on a 3rd down and 2 by Pryor, and they're gonna kick it back to us. Fitzpatrick takes over, 24-yard line, throws it down the field, gets Brandon Marshall, who takes off for the races, and he is going to be tracked down by a safety there, who's able to get in there and stop him before he gets into the end zone. Nice 44 yards. Run after the catch, gets it down to the 13-yard line. We can see back there, again, Fitzpatrick with plenty of time to throw. Puts it in the perfect spot there for Brandon Marshall. Kind of on the inside, but the defender was away from him, so he's able to get away from the diving defender and get down the field for a big, huge play. And the big man was out there for us today, doing his job of being the star that we expect him to be, Brandon Marshall. So offense not looking too shabby here. We're on the 8 with a 2nd down and 6. Forte gets the ball, fights his way up, does not quite get into the end zone, but gets us the first down to give us a first down and goal to move forward here. So from the 1 now, first down and goal, we'll hand off to Forte, and he fights his way in, spins there, and gets into the end zone. Touchdown Jets, Jets, Jets. Touchdown Matt Forte, a rushing touchdown for us. We don't see a lot of those as well, folks, but it did work out there. He's able to spin away from that defender who's trying to tackle him from behind, gets into the end zone to give us a nice cushion of a lead here in this one. So now we have a 17-3 lead here. We're in the 4th quarter. San Francisco takes over. He is going to be chased down, Gabbert, and he coughs up the ball once again. This time, Williams picks it up and runs into the end zone for a touchdown. I think that's like the 2nd week in a row that we've had a defensive touchdown. That is touchdown Jets, Jets, Jets. Touchdown Leonard Williams, the defensive tackle there, or defensive end. I think he was playing defensive tackle on that play, but he scoops up the fumble there, and that's a couple of times that Gabbert coughed it up for them, and it was a big issue for it for sure. So now the defense, without much rest, has to come out and go at it again, but you know what? They don't care. This is a situation where the defense is happy to come out right after they came off the field, because it's 24-3 now, and suddenly the Jets are looking like a dominant team here. A lot of dominance here, and looking like a force to be reckoned with. Gabbert takes off this time. He does not cough up the ball. Gets a nice little run on the play there to get himself a first down, moving the chains to the 44-yard line. So now we have a first down and 10 from the 44. Gabbert looking to throw plenty of time. Finally, Wilkerson gets in there as he could not find any open receivers. And that's Wilkerson's second sack of the game, playing very well for us here this season, as he has just been dominant on paper. He looks great in real life, not doing so hot again. But anyway, Gabbert here on a 3rd down and 19 will have to throw it away as he's feeling the pressure once again, and we just had him completely off balance at this point. He was not comfortable in the pocket whatsoever. 4th down and 19. They have to kick it back to us, but no, they're going to actually try to go for it, and we're going to pick it off. Calvin Pryor comes out there. He jumps the play, gets it, and runs it back a significant distance there down to the 24-yard line, putting us in great field position once again. Let's take a look at this play. So I think this is where it kind of breaks down, where Gabbert was feeling the pressure, and even though he didn't have anybody on him at this point, he makes an errant throw, overthrows all of his receivers, and gets it out to Calvin Pryor, who was just tracking that ball the whole way, and then is able to get a nice return on it to give us a great field position once again. 6 minutes left in the 4th here. We're going to hand it off to Forte, try to run down that clock a little bit. He breaks a tackle, and he almost gets into the end zone. He's pushed out at the 1-yard line. I thought he was going to be able to break his way into there. I got really excited on that play, but nonetheless, we'll hand it off to him, and he's able to kind of walk his way in here to get the touchdown, and now we're just really running up the score. Touchdown, Jets. Jets, Jets. Touchdown, Matt Forte for the 2nd time today. That's 2 rushing touchdowns for him, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing from what we can see from this side of it. Anyway, folks, this is something that we were definitely been looking for. 31-3 here for the Jets. So now with 4 minutes left, Gabbert looks to throw, and he is picked off once again, this time by Marcus Williams, and he was just completely off his game at this point. They probably should have pulled him. I mean, in real life, they probably would have pulled somebody like in this situation here. You don't want the guy to get completely destroyed, but there's no reason to watch any more of it, folks, as that is it. 31-3 is your final, and the Jets come away with a much-needed win to try to keep their playoff hopes alive here at 8-5 now. We are looking in pretty good shape and still in the lead in the division for the most part. So 31-3, that's a big blowout for the Jets here, as we're liking this one. Let's go take a look at some stats. We can see Fitzpatrick had himself a decent game. I mean, Geno Smith had that 1 interception, but otherwise he completed all his other passes. But it just kind of ticked me off that it was completely off target altogether. Fitzpatrick with 52% in the touchdown, but no interceptions, which is good. And here's Matt Forte finally getting a running game going here. 21 attempts, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nice game for Matt Forte. And then Eric Decker and Brandon Marshall out there doing their bit. 4 catches, 66, 3 catches for 76. And then we're going to take a quick look at the defense as well, as Revis was up there making a lot of tackles. And then the sacks, of course, that we had from the defense. A lot of sacks in this game. So looking good there, but now we have an injury to kind of check out. We got to figure this one out for ourselves. And it looks like, yep, Jason Morrow has that broken collarbone along with Buster Screen. They're going to be hanging out together, both out for 7 more weeks, and that's probably going to do it for their seasons. But anyway, folks, we will try to figure that out in the next episode of this, as we're going to move into Week 15. And we're going to be taking on the Miami Dolphins once again, who have a 7-6 record. Come on back next week for more New York Jets action. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around the channel, and goodbye now.